It's round 2, tipping time. And, gents, it's fair to say that we need to lift our game after week 1.
Lift?
We need to lift.
I was at home curled up in the fetal position at the end of round 1. It was dreadful.
You were on fire on Sunday, 0-3. Yeah, in tipping machine you is. All right, Al, set us on the right path with this one because you tipped 6 last week. And we're going to kick you off
the draw?
with the Lions.
No, you can't count it.
Did you pick the draw? No, I was just joking. Your crystal ball's not that good. But the Lions take on the Demons at the Gabba. Massive game for the Lions to get their first win.
Well, they've won 20 of their last 23 at the Gabba, but if we remember round 23 last year, Melbourne did them by 58 points up there. So I really like the D's. You know, they've just started in absolute red-hot form. Max Gorn was unbelievable. And I think Brisbane, their connection with their forward line still needs work. Last week, Eric Hipwood took 2 marks, Danaher took 3 marks, and you look at the other side for the Demons, Jake Lever took 9. So, he's just an absolute genius at getting in the right spot to cut off those forward moves. So if Brisbane can't get past him, I don't think they can win.
Can I just say this? And I'm bullish about Melbourne and I've tipped them in this game, but not with great confidence. Beware the round 1 aberration. Teams will bounce back and I expect Brisbane to be a hell of a lot better.
Well, you're bullish on Brisbane to be right up there for the premiership this year.
Right.
Yeah, good start.
No, not great.
Yeah, great. Clark,
0-2 is not great either.
Let's know. Clark had a dream start with the Kangaroos, obviously saluting in his first game as coach, but he's got a massive one, probably the toughest test to fly over to the West, take on the Dockers. Chief?
They need to. Look, they chip the ball around, the Dockers. I don't know. That's not Justin Longmuir's game plan. That wouldn't be what he was hoping they would do, but they just didn't have any dare going forward. They couldn't identify their forward targets to start with. So, whether it's a Taberner or a Fife or whoever they can get up forward to start being a better target, they've got to give them opportunities. But just playing slow possession footy is not what the Dockers need, and I'm sure they'll be very different this week.
Well, this is probably the perfect opportunity for them to bounce back. They've won their last 4 against North by an average of 69 points, and one to watch too is that Sean Darcy in the ruck last year just annihilated Todd Goldstein, and he'll have to come back in this week with Cherry out. So, I expect him to have a massive game. Yeah,
and it's good that you acknowledge my pre-game prediction. Nick Larkey, 6 goals. He kicked 6 goals. Where's my pat on the back?
When did you say that?
Oh, yeah, you've forgotten already. All right, look out, Bombers. Army, they'll be up and about after their round 1 win against the Hawks. They take on the Suns on Sunday. Chief, can Brad Scott back it up?
Well, Al made the comment earlier, they've got a good early draw. So they've got a great chance to get their confidence. They could be 3-0, 4-0. You just don't know because of the draw they've got. Do I rate them as that sort of team? Not yet, but the draw has conspired to give them a really good start to the season. But they're going to get a stiffer test than they did last week, regardless of who they're playing. And the Suns will be a bit fired up too because they were drubbed last week by the Swans.
Yeah, no, they were no good. But I've gone into the rabbit hole a bit here, guys, because it's been going around a stat this week that every team that's been on top of the ladder after round 1 for the past 15 years has gone on to play finals.
Yep.
So Bombers fans are clinging to that. If you go back into their history, over the entire history of the club, they've been on top of the ladder after round 1 20 times. 16 out of those they've played finals, and 7 of them they've gone on to win the premiership. So something there for Bombers fans maybe. I don't know if it helps us this week with our tips, but I think they can beat Gold Coast.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to pop the bubble just yet. But how many days has it been since they won a final? I mean, they're all counting.
It's about 6,700.
Wow, that's massive. Stuart Dew, big pressure in this one. They were deplorable round 1, and this is a massive test. In his 6th year, I mean, you can't turn the cooker up on him in round 2, but if he loses this one, they're up against it.
No, I hear you. It's going to be a tough battle for them. I mean, they've got some great names in the midfield, but I look at that lineup. I don't think they've improved this year, put it that way, on paper and the resources that they've got. So if they don't start firing their best football, they're going to have a tough season.
What do you think?
Essendon has never lost to Gold Coast at Marvel, and I don't think that'll change this weekend.
That's why he's the stats guru. He just throws these little nuggets out left, right and centre. OK, there you have it. Let's have a look at some of the other games in round 2. We're all tipping the Tigers and the Swans to win, but Jason is alone with the Eagles.
Well, I just think the Giants had a great win. It would have taken a lot out of them. They've lost a couple of key movers through the HIA protocols with Kelly and Whitfield out. The Eagles were terrible now. Giants have got to travel over to Perth. I don't rate the Giants in 2023. I don't rate the Eagles either, but I just think they might sneak with one. And I've got to play catch-up already after round 1.
And when we're doing our tips, can you not reply all? Just send it to the producers because we
You
tipped
just copy
exactly the same. You copied my tips, Al.
I think mine were in first, weren't
Yeah, they were.
I'm hot as a pistol because I'm going for 9 straight this week. Thanks, Chief. Thanks,
Pleasure.
Al. Outstanding. Thanks for joining us on Fox Sports Lab AFL. Make sure you subscribe below and follow us on socials, and we'll see you next week.
Footy is life. It's loyalty, rivalry, love and pain. Footy is everything. That's why we've made a betting brand for footy fans. That's better. Gamble responsibly.